Hi, I'm Jay and welcome to my channel where I talk about academic tips and tricks to help you get the most out of your studies. Today is part 3 of a series covering cheap but essential stationery items that will help you succeed in school. If you missed parts 1 and 2, I will link them down in the description below so you can go give it a watch after you finish this video. But make sure you stay until the end because I will be revealing one bonus item that I always keep in stock. Without further ado, let's get started. Section 3. Things to keep you organized. Item number 7 is page markers. I was an English student and we had so many readings that we had to do, and a lot of those were books, so I had to go through piles and piles of books every semester, and these document flags really saved my life. They helped me mark pages where important things happen. They helped me find things that I liked to read again because I also love reading in general. You can also use these to mark pages in your textbooks, mark down assignments that you need to do, flag anything that you need to refer back to a lot, or just as general bookmarks. Like I said earlier, you should definitely consider looking for free things. This is a little sticky note pad kit thing that I got when I was at McGill. It was free. I got 2 of them. Like, look at how nice that is. That's a lot of flags and you can get a lot of use out of these, so definitely keep an eye out. And I also find that outside of pens, companies really love putting their logo and contact information on sticky note pads or just like sticky notes in general and giving them out for free. So go and find them and take advantage of this. If you can't find ones with little document flags or page markers or, you know, sticky note flags in them, what you can do is just use a standard sticky note pad like this and just rip strips off of it. That is literally how I went through my readings before I bought or found the sticky notes that I have now. And the bonus to that is number 1, sticky note blocks like this are usually a lot cheaper to buy than the smaller specialized page flags that you find out there. And 2, you now have a sticky note block for other things. I also have these plastic sticky notes right here that I bought in bulk from online. I like these a lot because they are a little bit translucent. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but they are a little bit translucent, so I can read the text underneath. And they also take ballpoint pen really well, so if I need to actually label something, they will work for that. I also like that they are plastic, which means that they are very durable. Usually at the end of my semester, I will go back through the books that I've been reading and all of my projects and peel off all of the sticky notes that I had used then, stick them back on the board, and just reuse them the next year. Number 8 is the multi-pocket folder. I used to use binders for all of my subjects in high school, but when I was in university, I transitioned to using folders because then I didn't have to worry about hole punching all of my documents. With a folder, you could just slip things in and out really easily, and that's what I wanted for my school experience. I had one big folder for each subject, that I usually kept at home. But what I also had was a multi-pocket folder, which if you don't know what this is, it's a folder that just comes with more than the standard 2 pockets. I used my multi-pocket folder to be a little bit of a catch-all for things that I needed to pay attention to right now. So each subject that I had a class in had its own section, and I would put in the syllabus, I would put any readings I needed to get done that week, and I would put anything related to ongoing projects and homework for those classes. When I'm finished with a reading and I no longer need to take it around with me, that reading then goes into my dedicated subject folder and stays home. This helps me cut down on the amount of papers and weight that I'm carrying. And they also motivate me to work on my schoolwork in between classes. It's so much easier to motivate yourself to do the work when you have everything you need right with you. Now I have a couple of different multi-product folders. These folders can get a little bit pricey, but I've been using mine for, again, years, and they are just really, really versatile. I like using papers. I like carrying reference materials with me everywhere I go, and these allow me to do that, and so they are a worthwhile investment for me. However, one thing that I found with these folders that I have right here is that the pockets are a little bit small. It's not a problem when you only have a couple of sheets that you need to keep track of, but with being in English and having like multiple pages and then multiple readings for multiple classes to keep track of, things get really thick and they just didn't fit well into these slimmer folders. That's why I wound up making my own multi-pocket folder. I had a bunch of these cheap clear folders lying around, and I just taped them back to back until I had about as many folders as I liked. Because the pockets are sized individually, they are really, really roomy, and since these are plastic, they didn't really tear. So yeah, it saw me through a lot of my classes. You can see I've taken this one apart by now. There's some tape residue. If you don't like tape residue, I would recommend you either using Glue Gun or choosing a different tape. I was just really lazy and I used masking tape. But one good thing about making your own multi-pocket folder is that once you don't need it anymore, or you need a smaller one, you get to scavenge a bunch of little folders too. And I use the individual folders for a lot of documents around the house as well. And that's my 8 items. If you have stuck around for this long, you really, really deserve a pat on the back, so go ahead and give yourself one right now. Without further ado, let's get to the bonus item, which is loose leaf line paper refills. I use these for brainstorming, for outlining. They're my foolscap, they're my scrap sheets, and I really love the amount of freedom it gives me. I could just go to town, draw maps, arrows, annotate things, and not have to worry about formatting, which for some reason always messes me up on the computer. But the actual reason why this item is on the list is because I use them as printer paper. Now I don't use these for assignments that I need to hand in to a teacher to grade. I use proper white printer paper for that, but I use these sheets for anything that I keep or for printing out rough drafts of anything that I am writing. They are a lot cheaper than printer papers, the white printer papers, and they take the printer ink really, really well. which you can probably see because the script to this video is printed on this paper. They also are a lot lighter and thinner than printer paper in my experience, which is really, really helpful to cut down on the bulk. You do need to pay a little bit of attention about the orientation of the paper when you put it into your printer tray, but once you learn it, it's pretty easy to keep track of. Also, if you use binders, unlike me, anything you print out is already hole punch. And that's the end of my list of cheap but essential stationery items that will help you succeed in school. Thank you so much to everybody who has watched the entire series. These items really helped me out during my academic career, and I hope that they help you with your studies as well. Tell me about your favorite school-related stationery items in the comment section below, and make sure to like and subscribe for more academic tips and tricks. Have a great day, and remember to be kind to everyone, especially yourself. Bye!